I am Lomachenko. You're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So we just got some really terrific news reported yesterday. It is now official that Nicholas Walters will be facing Vasyl Lomachenko November 26. This is a huge fight, guys. This is a huge fight in terms of excitement and in terms of pound for pound status. We haven't heard from Nicholas Walters in quite some time. And now Nicholas Walters is back to being very vocal. He just sent Lomachenko a strong message today. Matter of fact, let me go and quote exactly what he had to say to Lomachenko. Quote, "Any fighter could be knocked out, no matter who he is. I like fighting the best. I like fighting against great technical fighters like Lomachenko. Look at what happened when I fought a great technical fighter like Nonito Donaire. Lomachenko is great. He knows what he is doing in the ring. But I always look for a knockout against whomever I fight. If I can do it quick, I will. This is the best fight out there in boxing today. It will be the fight of the year." End quote. Very well said by Nicholas Walters. I agree with him on some points. I slightly disagree with him on some points as well. There's no doubt about it, this fight, it can easily be candidate of fight of the year. I mean, we may see somebody get hurt really bad for the first time. Matter of fact, you know, when it comes to being hurt, we've already seen Nicholas Walters get hurt against Nonito Donaire, and he weathered the storm. He showed his level of adversity or dealing with adversity, and he persevered. We haven't seen how Vasyl Lomachenko deals with being hurt yet. He may get hurt in this fight. So I agree with Nicholas Walters when he says this can be a potential fight of the year. One thing I slightly disagree with Nicholas Walters is when he compares Lomachenko to Nonito Donaire. I feel Lomachenko is 2-3 times better than Nonito Donaire. Nonito Donaire, as far as I'm concerned, he was one of those fighters that he had some boxing ability. He had a great counter ability with his left hook, because that was his favorite shot to land or throw. But overall, he didn't have the footwork. He didn't have the defense. He did not have the IQ level that Vasyl Lomachenko has. Donaire was nowhere near on Lomachenko's level. He didn't have the defense that Lomachenko has. So there's no doubt about it. It was impressive what Nicholas Walters did to Nonito Donaire, but Lomachenko is a complete different type of animal. Complete different type of animal. Now, that's not to suggest that Lomachenko doesn't have his hands full, because he does. While Lomachenko is one of the most technical fighters in the sport of boxing, Nicholas Walters is one of the most aggressive technical fighters in the sport of boxing. So this is a very, very dangerous fight for Lomachenko and Nicholas Walters. Now, in my last video, I told you guys that this fight, it kind of reminded me of Willie Pep versus Sandy Sattler. Willie Pep, of course, being the masterful boxer, the guy that used a lot of foot movement in the ring, going up against the aggressive technical fighter, Sandy Sattler. They actually fought 3 times, and it was the aggressive technical fighter that won all 3 fights, and that was Sandy Sattler. Now, this fight also reminds me of a little bit more recent fight, and it was Rafael Marquez against Tim Austin. That was another fight where you had the counter puncher the guy that used the foot movement in the ring, Rafael Marquez. This is when he was young and in his prime. Of course, the brother of Juan Manuel Marquez. He was fighting for the title. Tim Austin was the undefeated champion. And it was Tim Austin who also had a great jab. Like Nicholas Walters, he was the aggressive power puncher. And it was Marquez who actually won that fight. In that fight, Marquez, he got hurt real bad earlier on in that fight. I believe he got knocked down. He rallied back and he ended up knocking out Tim Austin. So, this fight, it reminds me of those fights. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. Once again, this is a 50-50 fight. I'm going to do an extensive breakdown on this fight a little later on, but I can't wait to watch it. So that's pretty much all I got for now, and it'll be interesting to see if Lomachenko has something to say after Nicholas Walters just sent this message to him. But that's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
This is Bobby, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.